I love this build I'm working on, and I'm gonna show you guys how I made it from scratch, and then we're gonna furnish it together. Yeah, I feel like this build is really, really cool and different, and I don't know, I just can't wait to share it with you guys. And also, it's finally cold in Australia. Yes! And so I wore my happy stripy scarf today to celebrate. But anyway, let me show you guys what I've been working on. So basically, I'm doing a build in my LP save file, my Royalty and Legacy save file, just over here. So this lot, usually in Ondarian, is a blank lot when you move in. It's just got like a lake on it. But I have been working hard on a build over here. So let's take a look at where it's at. And in case you've never watched one of my builds before, we usually start with a speed build and then we film in real time furnishing it and finishing it off, especially if it's a big build. So basically, I actually started off this house drawing it out as terrain because there was already stuff on the block and I wanted to do more of a unique shape. I've been doing a lot of symmetrical builds lately, especially with the Royalty and Legacy pack. So I really wanted to, I guess, mix it up a little bit and still have a grand and beautiful home. And we're also working within a budget. We are going to be working within a 500,000 simoleon budget. And the reason is because this house is actually being built for my Let's Play family, Emerald and her kids and her stepdaughter Ella, potentially. So they have been living in the Princess Cordelia castle in Ondarian, which is already there if you get this world. And it is such a beautiful build. I absolutely love it. But after a while, it is really a lot of routing around in because it's like over 3 levels. So I wanted to, have a more compact house to route around in. This is still a pretty big house, but I think it is going to be easier than the other house to route in. And also I have to bring down the price a little bit because, actually, no, that's not even true. This is gonna cost pretty much the exact same as the other house, so ignore me even mentioning that. We have been able to pay our bills. We're just kind of breaking even at this point in the gameplay. So that's why we have 500,000 simoleons to use. And you'll also notice we are using some custom content. We're just using the estate pack from Felix Andre, which I used recently in a build. It's a huge, huge CC pack. It's got, oh gosh, I can't even remember how many parts. It's like 18 parts or something, maybe even more. And it's such a good pack of CC to use with Royalty and Legacy because it's very much that grand, beautiful, obviously, estate theme. So we are using that. That's the only CC to keep it simple. If you want to download this house, just download the estate. I'll link it down below. And I particularly love these columns that come with the estate, but then these doorways, which are from Royalty and Legacy, they actually complement each other really, really nicely. So we will end up putting the columned archway from the custom content back there. But yeah, I think this build will be really fun because it's going to be combining the CC with a lot of Royalty and Legacy and also other Sims packs. And it's just, I feel like with Felix Andre's style, it's pretty Max's match. Like it can be hard to sometimes even tell the difference between the CC and Maxis. And I absolutely love this staircase. I think the what do you call it? The fencing, the balustrade is the CC as well, unless that's from Royalty and Legacy. See, I'm already getting them confused. And as we build, we're actually placing down placement furniture because I'm trying to get an idea or a sense of where everything is going to go. And I'm trying to figure out the scale of the rooms. Like I find it so much more easier to build whilst placing placement furniture. And it also gives me an idea of the kind of style I want to go with sometimes too. I wanted this to have a nice diagonal dining room. And I was actually partly inspired by, if you watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kyle Richards' old house, not her new house, her old house had this kind of irregular shape to it. And I always thought it was really interesting. So I was a little bit inspired by that, I suppose. And I love that this has like the tall walls, but we've managed to make this staircase look like not just one big overwhelming flight of stairs, but because the staircase actually turns 3 times. Wait, no, it turns 2 times. Wait, 1 turn 2. Yeah, 2 times. and it's a double width staircase. It's actually a really pretty staircase and it just works really well with the floor plan. And then upstairs, the bedroom, oh my gosh, the bedrooms and the roofing were so difficult for me to figure out. Like the upstairs floor plan, the upstairs roofing. I'm going to tell you guys already, I'm really sorry. I did not film the roofing or all of it because it took me so long. In the end, I just turned off my camera because I was like, okay, this is taking forever to do. I've just got to keep at it by myself. So I actually turned off the camera and just kept at it. But yeah, diagonal walls, a complicated or different floor plan that's not very symmetrical makes roofing really hard. And then I love these 3 bar items from the estate collection. So the sideboard that we're using right now, that one is actually functional as a bar as well. So you don't have to have the actual bar piece if you don't want to, which I think is really handy because sometimes the bars look a bit unnatural. Like, I don't really know many people who have bars in their house personally, but the people who I have been to their house and they do have bars, they're usually built into the home. They're not really like a freestanding bar ledge with stools like that. So to my eye, it looks a little more unnatural, but I suppose it, of course, depends where you are in the world. And yeah, I just thought that sideboard was handy for that reason. And then for doors, I think we're going to use the CC doors from memory for most of them, and some of the windows, the front doors from Royalty and Legacy. Right now, we've got some placement furniture there. Not sure if we're going to use it. I mean, we'll figure that out when we start furnishing together. But I just want this house to look very classic with some contemporary pieces, but overall very classic, dreamy family home that you would see in some kind of movie set up to show the perfect wealthy family, because that's what my Sim Emerald wants to portray to the Sim world. She wants to be the Queen of Ondarian. She wants to have the power of being like a powerful, respected family. So she wants to appear like she has a perfect family, even though if you watch the Let's Play, she definitely doesn't. She's crazy. But yeah, I want it to just seem very nice. And I also want it to seem a little bit like a home, not just a wealthy estate, like a little bit of color to warm it up a little bit of, oh, that's the butler's wing I've just added. And also I added a kitchen off camera too. The kitchen's pretty big, but I think it's not too big. And I also added a sneaky pool in there as well. With these pots that came with Royalty and Legacy, like pot fountains, which I thought were really cute. So you'll see those little touches of more contemporary design that isn't all like classic. And then this diagonal room I thought might be her spoiled daughter's room. And then she has a stepdaughter, Ella, who I guess we've taken a little bit of inspiration from Cinderella, who's the true heir to the throne. And she's tried to kind of block her from the throne so she can be the leader, and that her daughter can then, or her son can be the heir. So she's spoilt her daughter with the biggest room. And Ella has a nice room, but it doesn't have its own bathroom like her daughter's room does. So she's not a very nice Sim a lot of the time. But don't worry. Being a nice Sim is going to pay off. It usually does in my storylines. And then I was figuring out where's the master bed going to go, or the main bedroom. And this was a little tricky too. In the end, I decided the main bedroom would have its own big bathroom and walk-in wardrobe. That's quite generous. And then the second bedroom also has its own bathroom. And it is actually a bigger bedroom than the main bedroom, but it doesn't have as big a bathroom. It doesn't have the walk-in wardrobe. So I feel like it still feels like a main bedroom, but you might want to switch them around if you download this as well. The windows are from the estate collection. So again, I'll put a description down below. I think it's all free now. I remember the last pack, which was actually the stable pack, I think, if you want to have a stable in your estate. That one was still locked for Patreon members, but it unlocks to be free for everyone, I think after 3 or 4 weeks. So if it's not unlocked now, it almost is, and I don't think I've used many stable items in this either. I also loved creating like a nice fountain and pretend driveway at the front too. And I also really, really love this pergola area where we'll put some sun lounges there. I just thought that was really, really pretty. And that pergola is from, oh, I can't remember which pack that came in, but one of the Max's packs. So that's a handy one. We've got some nice fencing here. The fencing is from Royalty and Legacy as well. Actually, we might have used that on the staircase, so the staircase might be Max's too. So yeah, if you don't use CC, this house might be a good option for you to download anyway and just furnish it however you want to, or use it as like a template house to renovate or furnish yourself. Because like I said, it is that unusual shape, and I've done the hard work for you, putting the roof on and stuff. And I've added this extra little house, which is going to essentially act as like the Royalty and Legacy gameplay item part. So it's going to have the throne room and a little ballroom floor to practice the waltz on. But I wanted the house to seem more realistic and not have too much of the Royalty and Legacy royalty aspect. So you could just delete that off your lot or turn it into a guest house or a stable. And then this is what the house has turned out like on the exterior. I don't know if that made sense then. Anyway, I just thought it was really, really pretty. It doesn't quite match the other houses in Bellecourt. If you turn the camera the other way, I'll show you. It doesn't really match the vibe, but I just really wanted to do what I wanted to do. So you could change the wallpaper to match Bellecourt and the windows and such, but I thought, you know what, this is still good. This still works for me. And yeah, I just think it looks like a dreamy, big family home. And I do like that there's the butler's area too for the Sims, because it's really handy having a butler, and having a room set up for them is handy. And yeah, I think we've got about 150,000 to spend on furnishing, which I feel like we might go over budget and have to delete a few things for my Let's Play, because the build actually costs so much more than I was expecting. And then I'm also adding this greenhouse here because my Sim family, they make money from their royal rose garden, so I want those under shelter. So this is just a greenhouse being put here. Again, you could delete it if you don't want it. It's just separate to the main house, so it's easy to get rid of. Yeah, this is just where we're going to put our roses so we can pay our bills, basically. And I have changed it up a little bit off camera because it was looking a little severe, but yeah, that should work pretty well. So yeah, I can't wait to furnish it with you guys and finish it off. I feel like this is going to be one of my favorite builds this year. And I feel like it's whenever you try doing something a little bit different, a little bit out of your comfort zone, that you end up liking it the most. It's definitely a long build too, so this has been a big one. I don't know why I keep doing these really big builds, but I think it's the Royalty and Legacy pack that's inspired me to go big recently. And I just feel like I'm a perfectionist, so even if it's an apartment, I'll spend like heaps of time on it anyway, because for some reason I can't not. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of it so far. And if you want to download it as well, it'll be under my username, Deligracy. But anyway, let's get to the next part of it, which is furnishing. All right, so this is what it's looking like. I'm so proud of this. I love this. And unfortunately, the game has deleted a lot of my terrain or shifted it. See how the trees aren't actually sitting on those dirt patches? I think it's because the terrain jumps around with that terrain bug, and also a lot of my landscaping is gone. I had more landscaping, so I don't know where that went. And then I just had to redraw the driveway as well because that had completely disappeared. But anyway, that looks a little more unfinished and strange, even though I had worked on that. But this is what the house looks like. I think it is such a dream home. Like in my head at nighttime, I know this sounds weird, but I've been imagining my Sim Emerald like coming to this house to look at it whilst it has no furniture in it and being like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Does anyone else do that? Like, I don't know if that's weird. I like storytelling, I guess. This is the back of the house, and like I said, it looks a little like the shape is maybe a bit unusual, but I really love that about it. And I think it just looks really nice having these angular pieces too. It just gives it more character than like a perfect symmetrical house. And maybe it looks like it's been added to or renovated a few times potentially. So yeah, that's how that's going. This is what the roofing is like. And I ended up doing a little bit of an optical illusion of roofing here. So this is a big piece that technically doesn't actually fit this properly. See how that edge actually overhangs this? So yeah, it's like you can't really tell that it doesn't make sense unless I tell you, right? Hopefully. So yeah, that's why that sticks out a bit. But this was really the only way I could make it look nice, to be honest. And I feel like all of these roof lines work pretty well. So that was really tough. And then the other thing was the floor plan. So as you can see, I've got some placement furniture still in here, and I've put down some wallpapers, but we have a lot of work to do today. So yeah, we're gonna have a formal lounge room where the white tiles are, and then we have our TV room over here. Then we have the guest bathroom. This is gonna be our gorgeous dining room with our bar area just here. And then our kitchen, haven't picked the colors yet, but that's gonna be our kitchen area. Butler's bedroom and bathroom is just here. And then if we go up a level, this is where it got really tricky, because I had to have the butler's room plus 4 bedrooms and a main bedroom within this shape. So in the end, and still have enough natural light coming in. So in the end, we have this kind of landing area. Not really sure what I'm going to put up here, to be honest, but maybe a shelf. And I love that these wallpapers from Royalty and Legacy fit perfectly in these little 2-tile wall pieces. And I thought we'd do a green room, a bluey room. This will be Ella's room because Princess Cordelia colors. Then they share this bathroom right here. They all have their own wardrobes, desks. We have the spoiled kids' bedroom here. That's going to be pink with this ensuite there. And then, like I said, this is the main bedroom. So technically this bedroom is smaller than this one, but it also has this huge walk-in wardrobe and this enormous bathroom. So I still think it definitely feels like a good main bedroom, and you have potential to expand over to this floor over here and over to this floor right here. You could have a staircase going up from this TV room to another area here if you wanted to. So there's definitely potential to expand, come out the back here too. And it's such a big lot as well, but we kept the water where it was. So I'm actually most excited to get into the kitchen to begin with. I've been wanting to work on this kitchen. And you know what, you guys, I was enjoying this build so much the other night, just in my own time. I can't remember what night it was. Was it Friday night? I had to tell myself to get off Sims and go to bed. I was like, I have to get off this, even though I'm having so much fun. So this wallpaper is from the Estate CC, as well as this gorgeous, I love this wallpaper so much, this gorgeous wallpaper right here, and this gorgeous archway, obsessed. I love the black windows for a change, because I usually do white windows. But anyway, this kitchen is also from the Estate pack too, and I just can't pick a color. I'm thinking maybe I won't do the pink, because pink, we can do without the pink, I think. We're going to have a pink bedroom, even though a pink kitchen is cute. And then I love the cream, but cream is cream. Maybe, I love the cream, but I feel like we should work with colors, either the butter yellow or the blue. I think I prefer the lighter blue than the darker, unless this darker comes with a nice timber top. I don't think we have it. Oh, hold on. We do have a couple of blue swatches in this lighter timber to match the floors a bit more. I mean, this one also ties in, so we could go with this, or we do the yellow, which the yellow is kind of fun. I don't think I've done a yellow kitchen or a buttery kitchen before, and maybe do the marble with more veins in it. Or we could do the red. There's also the red idea. A red kitchen is pretty cute as well, but I think I'm just leaning towards the yellow. So let's go ahead and do some yellow pieces. And then maybe we can do blue as the center area over here and have that as a timber top. So we do a bit of both, you know, we mix it up a bit, the colors in here. And then what would you, for yellow, maybe you'd go like a dark sink actually I think there might be a really nice farm style sink potentially in this CC pack from memory. So we'll do the yellows there. And then for this kitchen area, let's try and do a blue with the wood. So blue with the wood. And that just might mix it up a bit and make it look more interesting, and also tie it into this wallpaper, because I don't think the yellow wallpaper would look great like a buttery wallpaper. I think it'll just be too much yellow. I mean, let's have a look at this. It's pretty cute. And I think once we have some yellow cupboards as well, it'll all be looking nice. We have some slimline. Oh wow, we have a lot of options. We have a cold frame. Oh yeah, now I remember. There's also these shelves that, how do I explain this? So you can put like a cupboard here, and then you can use one of these shelves on the other side of it, so you can actually put items in the side here. I just thought that was such a great idea. First of all, I think we should place our oven in here. We do have these estate ovens. Oh my gosh, we have like a big one right here. And I've forgotten the range hood situation. Oh yeah, you can have these big range hoods. Well, actually, could we have a counter, like a slimline counter on either side? Would it fit in? Not really. I always see these in really expensive homes, and I've said this before, I just don't know what this is. I know you guys left a few comments on our last build that used this pack, and I was like, I have no idea what this is, and you guys were explaining it to me. I've already forgotten. I already can't remember. I think we'll just go with the singular oven, even though that looks really cool, just for the purpose of everything looking like it's gonna fit in more nicely. We'll go with it. Just here, and what color should we do? We can kind of match the yellowy color, or the cream could be nice. Or we go the blue. The blue is kind of cool. Ooh, then we could have a cream range hood. That's fun. Or at least the trim. The blue does look really nice though. And then if we have either blue or cream cupboards on either side, I think that'll look good too. Yeah, we have a lot of nice cupboard options. I wish I had more kitchen space so we could use more of these. Or we could put these on either side. You know what? With this range hood, I've just realized we can't actually fit the cupboards on either side of it, but we could put some shelving through it, although it does peek out the bottom. Really ideal. Oh, but we do have these pieces. Perfect. So we can create some shelving here. You know what? I'm gonna make it a black color instead. And we could move one window here, or think about having a lower, more open window. Oh, that's still a pretty tall window. Or I mean, the other option we have is to put a more modern window here, which I think works because a lot of people put like modern windows and furniture in kitchens, but keep the rest of the home more classic. Okay, I think we actually do need to pick between the yellow and the blue, because I was looking at them combined, and as much as I thought it was a cute idea, it just looks confusing. So I think we're gonna make it all blue, but I'll still keep the different top if I can, although I feel like this is a different shade of blue. Oh, there's the black stone for this blue color, but I don't think we have the veined one. We have the lighter veined one though, that's fine. That'll do. Oh, I did like the butter color too, but I don't want the whole room to be butter yellow. What I feel, I sense some of you guys going, no, not my butter color, I loved that. Oh yeah, and there's the farm sink too, that I think is so nice. And I like the black tap as well. So you can put it over this one, but the handles will peek through, so it's better to use that over the drawers. And then I like this timber version in the middle, although technically that's the wrong blue again, but it means we'll get the slightly darker timber. But you know what, that still works. That still ties into the floor because the floor has different tones in it. And this flooring, for anyone who's wondering, is also from the estate custom content. I think it looks so nice, as well as this wallpaper and these bricks on the outside, but the white, these bits are just base game. Okay, so kitchen's looking good. I think we could maybe change this curtain. I'm not loving what we had here. I don't mind this kind of brownie color. That's quite nice. I think that's better. And I like using these lights from Growing Together, I think it was. I think they're really cute. And we need a fire alarm. I really feel like we need one of these to go on the roof instead of always having them as non-roof mounted ones. Ooh, we can fit a bin here. I love it when there's actually space for a bin. What a win. And I did not mean for that to rhyme. I like that these look like Le Creuset pots, like sitting up there, fancy Le Creuset. You know, I would do more in the kitchen decor-wise, but I think I'm gonna leave it kind of like this leave it just like this because of our budget, because we are already at 397,000. Which means we only have like 130,000 to furnish the whole house with, which is a problem. So some things we're gonna have to leave a little bit more simple. So the butler's room, I just kind of popped these here. This is not what I was planning on using at all. In TV, I always see that the butler usually has a single bed, and I don't know why that is and if that's realistic, because surprise, surprise, I don't know anyone with a butler living in their house other than watching The Nanny named Fran and Niles. I love that show. Maybe we should just kind of put this bed in the middle of the room. I just don't like this curtain intersecting the side table. That does bother me a bit. But we could go green in here because we have these green cushions, or this kind of yellowy buttergreen butter. Although it's not looking great. No, I feel like that just doesn't work. Okay, this rug is from the Solarium tea kit. So I think that works with this base game wallpaper. It's very plain, but it's gotta be neutral for the butler to make it their own. It's gotta suit any butler who's going to be staffed here, because sometimes they switch it up. Oh gosh, the artwork's going to get so expensive. It's funny, I often put clocks in the butler's bedroom because I feel like they would always be on time. They would have multiple clocks around them in case one fails. They have another one to look at. A nice classic lamp. This one's a good one. This one's from For Rent. It's very nice. Oh, I like that jade green color. That's pretty. I actually love to get a jade bracelet. I know jade bracelets can be super fancy. I think they go higher and higher in quality and jade stone. But just as an aesthetic piece, I think they look so pretty. And I imagine they are a stone of protection or have some characteristic about them that's special. So this room is very traditional butler-esque. Can put a chair here. And I'll put a suitcase here so it kind of looks like sometimes the butler comes and goes, or they might hire someone else. Yeah, that's a nice room. Just simple. Okay, so that part is done. Now for the dining room. So I do think we should have a chandelier in here because, well, I sounded really Aussie then. A chandelier. So this estate one is very nice, bit expensive. Oh, this is my favorite because I love these like autumnal leaves. They're so pretty. I actually love it in this like white pewter color. Or we have this one from Businesses and Hobbies. This one actually is really nice, and significantly cheaper. Or there's this one from Royalty and Legacy, but I think Businesses and Hobbies actually suits this house more. Or there's this one from the Estate Custom Content, which is pretty spectacular. The detailing on it is like, wow. But yeah, let's go with this one. And then we want to have a nice big dining table. So this would be the dining table from the Estate pack, or we could go a nice wooden dining table. I don't mind this glass one, although the Estate one's really pretty. Well, there's this one, but I don't think it really suits the rest of the house's style. Or there's the Ornate Elegance. Well, it can be gold. Yeah, I think this one or the CC one. I actually really like the tablecloth because it brings out the draping and the curtains. And these would be the accompanying chairs, which are beautiful. We have like these slightly more modern, contemporary looking chairs. The dining room is a fancy room though, so I think we should go more fancy and ornate in this room than contemporary and simplified. Well, that's a gold chair. The red is quite nice actually. in the blue room. I actually love burgundy, red, and blue. It's my favorite color combination at the moment. So maybe we should do that for fun. It's a bit different. We want to do the golden chairs. No, the gold's too much. We can go a more yellowed wood. It's warmer, ties in with our doors more. But actually, you know what? I like the lighter wood because it's still making me think that that's gold. Yeah, I like the red to mix it up a bit. And I think actually the rug that came with this pack is going to look very nice under this table. And when I say this pack, I mean the CC, because that's a good size. Otherwise, we have this one from Royalty and Legacy, which is also very nice. Although the colors aren't ideal in this rug. At least this one has blue and red in a lot of these options, which could work. Oh, no wonder red looks so good in here because there's actually a greeny blue color we have on the walls. I mean, that's so pretty. And we can change the tablecloth too. It doesn't have to be the white color. And go this linen look. But I think that this kind of tablecloth just looks so much fresher when it's crisp and white, which I guess is why a lot of people love a white tablecloth. It's like the most common. It goes with everything and it looks crisp and fresh when it's washed, which I suppose this will always be because it's Sims. I think for this bar area, we'll go with this goldy kind of color because I love that it's got the darker timber in it. It's still golden. And I also found this painting over here and I think it looks a little bit like my Sim Emerald, as if she's had a portrait put up here of herself, because she definitely is a narc. Like she's definitely a narcissist. But you know, that's perfect because it like ties in with our golds because of the gold dress, the beautiful wallpaper it ties into, so it's just perfect. And I'm hoping in here we have some glassware. We do. Easy. So this is expensive as well. These can all sit on these shelves very nicely, which I guess is what they're made for. I guess these could be whiskey glasses up here. I don't mind if they're not perfectly laid out. These are a bit taller, so we'll put them over in the taller section here. Oh my gosh, and then we've got all of these actual bar bottles. Okay, well that's perfect. Like some nice Japanese whiskey here. Ooh, there's even this beautiful bar tray. Oh, well, we've got plenty of things to decorate that bar with. I was thinking we wouldn't, but we do. Also some silver goblets over here. Actually, let's put the tray over on this bar because I feel like that just looks like it suits it better. This is where all of the backup stuff is. The top shelf items. Fancy box flex up here. We'll do a red to tie into the dining table. And I mean, yeah, this looks divine. Actually, let's also get some of these pendant lights to hang over this bar area, but we'll do them in the gold in this room to tie into our chandelier and the golden tones in the wood. And then I also want to get a nice decoration, last of all, to put on the bar. Just some little flowers here. Nothing crazy, just like that. Beautiful. And yeah, I think we've got a stunning dining room happening here. I'll make that darker just for fun. So one thing I was thinking about doing is doing a checkerboard tile on this front room, but I think these ones are too small. So we could try seeing what it would look like to make our own larger tiles. I've just pressed Control F here to put them on a nice angle. And this is a little time consuming, but oh wait, I'm doing it the wrong way. But when you put the effort in, it can look really good. I just found the custom content pack has some other colors of diagonal tiles, so I'll just pop that there for now. That could have been good. So we'll just try the classy tiles and see what it looks like. So, I mean, that's quite nice, and you can see that it's a lot bigger in scale than just these ones, which I think were a little bit too busy. But the other nice thing is you can get a nice, you know, soft pattern if you want to. You don't have to go with the stark white and the stark black. You'll get a nice pinky tone, or the neutral tone I was thinking would look really nice. So we could do that. That looks quite good. Or of course there's the real punchy black and white, which does work with the black windows and the black door. So I don't mind that one actually. Or we could go with these, which are lovely too, but I feel like these really look so nice in this lighter color, and the black and white might be a bit much throughout the whole area over here. So yeah, I think we could either go like this or have the black and white moment. This is what it looks like just like this. I think that's so much nicer, so I might go with this. And then do we want to have it go all the way into this room too? I mean, it does look pretty good. And then because this is an archway, we could also have it go into the family room, but I like the family room looking a bit more casual with the wood. Also, marble must be so uncomfortable to walk on. Must be so hard on your joints, right? Actually, if we do a very small step here, that's probably enough just to show the separation in the flooring. Or we lower it down again, we don't have this archway, and instead of the archway, we put some doors in, which would be like this. You know, maybe that's better. I think I'm just obsessed with the archways, so I really want to use them heaps, but we do get to use them right here and right here, so it's not like we don't get to use any archways. All right, well, let's have the piano in this corner. I thought they could have a family portrait right here because they're all about that family, fancy family notoriety. And then we can either have a mirror that clips into this, or we can use one of the other paintings that clip into this one. This looks like Bella Goth. And these are all portraits. So this one again looks a little bit like Emerald. I mean, she is pretty obsessed with herself, so maybe she could just have multiple pictures of herself around the house. Kind of love that. I mean, we'll try it out and I can always replace it. Also, we are so not going to come under budget. We are so not. I like the idea of these more modern couches in here. This room just seems a little sleeker, more neutral to me, as opposed to having stuff like this. I mean, I do love this couch too. This is very classic button back sofa. But yeah, I like this more contemporary one. This is a Desert Luxe. And you know what? If you can't fit them like this, you can face two of them instead. Just have a couple of armchairs with a table between them over here. Easy. I am going to give her a few moments of fun glam, slightly Hollywood glam, you know, like mirrored surfaces and gold. And the reason why is because I just feel like it makes this house look more contemporary whilst also blending into the classic. I think they work together quite well. Maybe we'll put that at the end of the couches like this, and have this between these two chairs and angle them. Actually, there's something about having these chairs straight on that I really like in this room. And then we'll have obviously a rug in here and whoa, that's cool. It's actually a little bit tricky finding a table that's going to work here. I mean, these ones, yes, they just look like stone. I think we could also layer these into an interesting table, but I feel like it's gonna look a little bit too experimental in this house. Yeah, maybe not. These rugs are just too good. It's really hard not to use these rugs. I love that rich red and the green. Well, if we put a bit of red into this room, it does lead us into the next room with the red color scheme following on. And then what are we going to put in these two areas? I mean, we could obviously put like a statue. That would be fancy as. Or could we put like, ooh, these bench seats. Oh yeah, those look great. I mean, I haven't got the right color yet, but something along these lines. And then maybe these ones don't have the big curtains and we can instead use these blinds. Or does that look weird? Blinds at the front door and then big curtains. Oh, it does look a little funny. Maybe we just get rid of these. Like we just don't have curtains on these ones, or we just do the shorter ones. That solves that problem. And then did we want to make this fireplace black or keep it the white? I like the white or the brownie color. I'm not sure if I actually like the marble because we've got marble on the floor. So let's soften it by not having this marbled as well. Okay, I think this is looking pretty nice. Although now I'm like, oh, maybe I should have this between these two chairs like that. And then maybe like one on the side over here. That actually looks pretty good when you're at this level. And again, I'm trying not to have too much stuff because I need to try and keep the cost a little bit down because we're obviously already gonna go over a budget. Okay, next room. I like the black fireplace in here, but I mean, the light's also really pretty too. Maybe we do a little bit of black marble in here. And this lounge room's meant to be more casual, more simple. It's the TV room. So we might do the linen chairs again. I feel like this is similar to our last build we did using this estate pack, but I guess I really did like that build, and I kind of wanted to use it for this family anyway. The problem was that was like $1 million build. It cost something crazy. Do we want to go green, blue, browns? Let's do the greens in here because, I mean, greens go with the reds. Has a nice casual look about it as well. What rug looks better? Darker? Yeah, the darker one. This is actually really nice because it does also have the marble top, but I feel like it's almost too casual for this house. You know, this glass coffee table from the jewelry making pack, whatever it's called, is actually really, really nice. So let's use this. Oh, and then we should get a gaming console. Okay, we got the gaming console there. We can also get the Xbox controllers from the little Simsy kit. So this can really look like more of a kids hangout section. It's getting late now, so I've got to put my nighttime glasses on. So I've created like a little reading nook over here for the kids hangout area. And then I've been wanting to use this little turtle guy because this came from the Wonderland kit recently. Oh, I like the red. It's such a cute turtle. Oh my gosh, I love it. And put like a cool lamp in here as well. I just want this room to look more lived in. Oh, that window is glitching out compared to the formal area, but still kind of fancy and neutral. But yeah, that's pretty nice. I mean, you could see teenagers hanging out in here because I think all of our kids are now teenagers in my Let's Play. But this, you could also put like a toy dollhouse over here and a toy box. So there's plenty of room for toddler stuff as well, or even infant stuff. Okay, so that is downstairs sorted. The bathroom's looking not quite right. We need the gold and white one in there. Yay! Oh my gosh, I love this house. I also just changed this up a bit because I felt like it looked too old-fashioned compared to the rest of the house. So I've modernized the butler's room a bit more and it looks so much better now. So yeah, that's good. Let's move on upstairs. Now, as you can see, we're at 482,000. So yeah, we're definitely going over budget. I think for my Let's Play, I might have to like delete a few items and then move them in. So for Ella's room, I'll just get rid of this so it's not in the way. For Ella's room, so Ella is the daughter of Princess Cordelia. But Princess Cordelia in my Let's Play, because she was having the scandal where she's having an affair with the royal robber, she was kind of banished from her dynasty out of embarrassment and shame. And also, I think she just was following her heart and thought that it would be okay for Ella to be brought up by Emerald and her dad. But then her dad died. Well, he died accidentally by the cuckoo clock. And then Emerald ended up thinking that she was getting power over the dynasty, but Ella is the real heir. So Ella's room has this Thebe dynasty color to it. She's the rightful heir. And I think her mum should come back. Cordelia V should definitely come back and reclaim her throne. And then that's when Emerald will be like, okay, fine, I'll move to this house. The thing is though, Ella and Cordelia won't have enough money to keep the other place if we buy this place. So I don't know how that's gonna work. I'm really struggling to actually find lights that I like in here. Well, Ella's a really good sim. She's really good at like, that color is perfect. She's academic. She's always getting A's at school and she wants to be a writer, I think. So she's kind of a bookworm sim. So we want to make this room look a little bookwormy maybe. Maybe she likes fantasy books, so she likes having stacks of books near her bed. I actually like recently having the desks pretty clear of stuff because then they actually do homework sitting at desks, which is nicer. These could be all of her school awards or writers awards. I know they're technically from university, but these could be high school awards. And maybe she dreams of going to Brightchester one day so she can have like a Brightchester thing on her wall. I'm really struggling to actually find something that fits on this top shelf. Okay, here we go. You can have this kind of, I mean, this is a cute vase. The teapot vase. And just some random other bits of clutter to go here. Oh yeah, she would definitely have a calligraphy set for sure. I think we just need a rug in here to tie it all together. She would have a romantic kind of a rug. Oh, you know, the fantasy looking rug that came with, oh, it came with this pack? No, it came with The fairies pack. Yeah, something like that is really her colors. Or even, is this got a unicorn on it? Oh no, it's got the deer. Ooh, that works as well. Oh, that's cute with the gnomes on them. Actually, a lot of these would work. Ooh, the dragon. I'm gonna go with this bluey one. I'm really sticking to the color theme here. Actually, no, that's too much. We've gone too hard on the color scheme. Let's do this one because it has a bit of the blue in it, but it also ties into the bricks and the floor. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with the gnome rug. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the gnome rug. Even though you can't see him, it's just so cute and happy. Okay, so this can be one of the boys. So the heir in my family is pretty studious. So let's put his bedroom here. So he's gonna have a real boy bedroom, like blue and red. Groundbreaking. But yeah, he's very like, I don't know, by the book, I guess. Predictable. I'm just thinking, do I want to have it here where this window is? Ooh, we're getting to that $500,000 threshold. Yeah, I think right now he's just trying to be what everyone expects him to be because he has so much pressure on him from his mum to be quote unquote perfect. But I think later in life, when he moves out, he'll discover more of who he is. Ideally, I wouldn't put the bed so close to the door, but I want that window centered, so that's why I placed it there. And we could do a feature wall in here because it is a bit, yeah, it is a bit too plain for my liking too. Do you think he should have a ship in his room? Oh no, that's just, it's so, or his like great grandfather on the wall or something. That's just so cringe. Not because ships are cringe, but just he's trying so hard to fit into the family Thebe dynasty. Like, I feel bad for the guy. Well, this works with our color scheme, but again, it's a bit too serious. It's a bit too magazine. And he should have a pretty serious looking desk. Like, that's a serious looking desk. That makes me intimidated staring at it. Like you're ready to go to business school and follow in the family footsteps or something. Like the family dynasty business school, not like a regular business school. So put these on the floor because it'd be kind of odd to have them on top of the desk. You know, he's trying to be studious, he's trying to be strong, he's trying to play games because he legitimately likes playing games. He's doing his sports. This guy's trying so hard to do everything and fulfill the family expectations. Oh, maybe he has some snowboarding stuff up here because he's also sporty because he's one of those kids that are like good at everything. Yeah, we'll just make that a black feature wall, blue feature wall. I feel like we need like wood paneling in here or something. That just doesn't look quite right. Ooh, this kind of paneling. So this paneling came with this estate collection as well. And it's super handy because you can do heaps of different things with all the different sizes and like orientations. Yeah, we'll just do a dark wood like that. Maybe his brother can have a similar thing on the other side, and maybe the back wall. No, that doesn't fit properly. What happens if we do it this way? No, that doesn't fit properly either. It takes a little fiddling around. Or instead of this snowboarding stuff, we could do overhead cabinets, which probably would look better. We could just even get the kitchen ones. They might look okay. Do they come in a dark brown? Oh, maybe they don't. Well, there's these other ones too, the alcove shelves. Oh, but then we've got the window there. Not ideal. Ooh, I just had another idea too. We could use these backdrops instead of having like a full-blown feature wall. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. That's nice. Could even do it. Oh no, there's a window there, so not ideal. We could have this all along the back wall like that. And then it creates its own bed backing, which is really nice. Pop a sneaky shelf just here. I don't think we need this extra light. We can probably just do one down light in here. It's nicer when the rooms are slightly darker, I think, because they look more relaxing. And then we could put either a lamp behind this chair and then something else on this table. That could be nice. Maybe even more study books or even this like watch thing. Glasses and watch storage. This was such a good little kit. It's such a shame kits are now all going on to the, I keep thinking of it as the moolah exchange, the marketplace, because I wish you could just still buy the kits and not have to do the whole moolah thing if you don't want to. Also, I'm just wondering if we should actually have a bathtub shower combo over here. But the only reason why I'm thinking, oh, maybe I won't is because of the cost. Because this is 5,000 simoleons. Oh, wow. 2,000 simoleons for this bath. Actually, we can fit both in here because this is such a big space. We can have one of those shower bath situations. That's kind of cool. I'm just going to sadly get rid of this unless we pop it not there because that's sitting outside the house, unless we just put it there, which, you know, looks quite good. What other bathtub do we have available? So yeah, the one that goes with this estate collection is 5,000 simoleons. I think we can reduce it a little bit. The sleek bathroom doesn't actually quite fit in because of the floor tap. I actually think we should just use this base game bath or the cottage living one if that looks any better. I like this base game one. So yeah, that can sit within our shower space there. Perfect. And then we have the other boys' room. Now this guy, he is rebellious. He's the second child, so he's not the heir to the dynasty. His older brother is expected to take on that part. So he's kind of like, cool, I can do whatever I want, and what do I want to do to get my own kind of attention? That's pretty much his vibe. So he's a bit naughty, I think. And he's not as uptight because he doesn't have to be because he doesn't have all of this pressure on him. Ooh, let's see. Money check, 493. I mean, I don't even know why I keep checking. Obviously, we're going to go over. That's just what's going to happen. Maybe we just shouldn't look and it won't be as bad. These lamps are pretty cool. It's definitely a clash of styles. And I actually don't want to use those curtains here. I think we should use these blinds because they sit better. Oh, you can have the gingham if you want. Yeah, we'll do gingham for you. Love the gingham. So cute. It makes it feel so cozy. Okay, now these lights don't go with our gingham vibe. Honestly, I really like these lamps that were used in his brother's bedroom, and it's okay to use those, I think, again, because their rooms may have been designed at the same time. Let's put this artwork up here. It's maybe some artwork he saw in a gallery. His mum took him to some fancy gallery thing and he was like, that's cool, I want it. And so she got it for him. You know what makes me so happy? That this perfectly matches the color just by chance of the walls. I mean, oh, that makes me so happy. And he can have some more posters around. Ooh, this is a good poster for his brother. And we'll just leave this blank for homework as well. Actually, no, he's gonna have a full gamer computer setup. Here we go. He has this beautiful widescreen computer and then the computer tower down here. Yeah, that looks good. This is becoming more of a believable bedroom than his brother's room. Oh, and that rug looks really good there. Okay, I'm really happy with this room. Love that. All right, now moving on to the next room. So this is like the spoiled girl's bedroom. So this is like the girl who gets everything she wants. And I want this room to look fun and beautiful. And I quite like these arches behind the bed. I think that looks pretty cool as well. We should have hit 500,000, not 300,000. Yeah, just about. So maybe instead of a desk, she has a dresser. Because she's like, I'd rather have a dresser than a desk. Actually, we can fit both. We can put the dresser over here. And then I love this little mirror. So cute. I actually never use these types of mirrors myself. I don't really want to see myself that closely because they usually zoom in. It's just like, whoa, it's a lot. She can have a jewelry box here of bits and bobs. So this is where she gets ready. And then, oh, we've also got more makeup over here, some heels, some clothes. She's got everything. And then we can have a desk over here without a backing because I don't want to obstruct the window. Does this have a pinky color or, oh, it does have the white and gold, which goes together nicely with this light because they're both from Life and Death. Life and Death is so surprisingly versatile. They actually did such a good job with that pack because it's such a strange, morbid theme, but it's such a cool idea. What does she want to have on her wall? Definitely not the fish. I just don't feel like she's like a fishy girl. She doesn't want to go fishing. Oh, we could do one of these little. Oh, that's cute. Although it doesn't feel like it covers enough wall. It's too minimal. Okay, let's just do something cute, like a cupcake. It ties in a little bit into that rug with the stripes. So I don't mind that. We won't have a laptop in here because one, I'm trying to keep that budget down, and two, she'll be able to do her makeup in here, which is good. We could use the Love Heart chair from Love Struck. That's a fun one in the pink or the white or even the green. The green doesn't, I mean, it ties in, but it's not quite it. I think we'll do this Love Heart one. We need a nice comfy looking chair. Even the fairy chair that came from high school years or university. I always get the two of them confused. This one, high school years. Oh, maybe not the purple. The pink, well, it might be too vibrant. Oh no, we can go with this fluffy one. I put the clothes under the bed because they look like they're for younger kids, or the clothing, or preteens, which is weird because didn't this come in high school years? I guess a younger high schooler. And then we can do the fluorescent lights around here. Not gonna lie, this is actually very cute. I kind of love this. That's so sweet. Oh my, there's a lot of chairs in this room. SpongeBob chair, let's go. I don't think I've ever used the SpongeBob chair, so this is great. Although I don't like the blue legs. What a shame. I might actually turn that to brown because I just feel like there's a lot of pink in this room. Or the brown and pink. That works. And gosh, what are we gonna put over here? Could we do like a butterfly type of thing going up the archways, maybe? I don't think they need to be absolutely even. Ooh, I love them in the white, actually. That looks quite glamorous. Wish we had more sizes to play around with, unless we double them up on both of them, but I think that's just too much. Okay, maybe we position them in the same way. You know, that's really quite pretty. This is a cool bedroom. She is spoiled. She's really lucky to have this bedroom. I know I use this lamp a lot, but I really love that lamp. Ooh, unless we use this one. Okay, that is a pretty cool lamp too. Or the mirror, but I feel like we're going too overboard with the glam. You know what? There's never too much glam. We'll go with it. Wow, there's a lot of lights in here. I think we can turn them down a bit by moving this one over here, moving that one over here. And then we definitely need a full body mirror just in the corner. I like the idea of having the lit up one, but we have so many lights in this room. Like it's a lot. Let's lean this one. Unfortunately, we can't match the wallpaper in this bedroom. I actually think this slightly warmer color does look better though. And then maybe we just need a couple more rugs just to make it look more plush. I don't mind layering rugs, so that's okay with me. That's fine by me. We do the brown. No, we've done too much of these brown rugs. We'll do the blush. Still not sure about this. Yeah, that's pretty sick room. I love it. We are definitely over the $500,000 mark after that bedroom. Oh my gosh, my arms are so sore because I went to the gym yesterday and I haven't been for a little while, and ow, it hurts to lift them. I even had a magnesium salt bath. And it's crazy because I find I go to the gym and I try not try too hard when I go back to the gym because I know like, oh, I might get too sore afterwards. But then I always still get sore anyway, even though I feel like I've been really modest. What can I say? I must be just super swole. That's cringe. Let's pretend I didn't say that. Okay, moving on. All right, so this is the last room. This is the last bedroom. Wow, okay. So this room, as you can see, I've kind of been confused with which direction to go in. I think I did like these blue colors, like I seem to be moving towards that, but we have used these archways a few times. So I don't know if we want to do more of the archways. We've also used blue in a couple of the rooms. So maybe we should go for a rich red room and ditch the idea of the blue. I mean, I do think that emerald, oh, we could go like an emerald green room, actually. I don't think we actually have an emerald green color. Sadly, like a rich green. What about our other wallpapers? Because it would be kind of satisfying for emerald to have an emerald colored room. I hate to be predictable, but it would be kind of cute. Okay, this is forest green. I wouldn't really call it emerald, but it's green. This is more like a jewel color green. But I just don't like those particular ones. Well, there's these flowers. No, no, no. We don't want moths. We don't want 60s flowers. We don't want the tigers. We don't want the leaves. We've kind of done that color in the other room. Guys, I don't think we're gonna get to do the emerald. The wallpaper doesn't exist that I need. So let's do ruby. Let's do a ruby amber colored room. Oh, that's the spoiled girl's name, Amber, I think. If we do the lighter curtains, it'll just break it up a bit. So it's a little, oh my gosh, I love the contrast. That's so beautiful. Okay, where's the best positioning for this? We might have to just sit it out slightly. Okay. What in the rug is going on here as well? We need to get our color palette figured out. Oh, I mean, it's kind of nice, but I don't think it's gonna work. I actually think in this room, like less is going to be more in this scenario. In terms of beds, I think it's hard to pick between doing the cream or the brown. I mean, the brown's different, but the cream is more uplifting, I think. Maybe we'll go with the cream. I feel like this room should be quite glam. Ooh, there's an emerald green color. Oh, wouldn't that be perfect if we had that as a bed? That's the color I would make the bed. But that's just not the kind of bed I want to use. That one's kind of an emerald green. Oh, this one's an emerald green as well, actually. Don't like the bedspread. Oh, hold on. We could go with this. That's actually not that bad. Then we'll have the shoes over here. I'm actually liking this wall being blank, I think, even though it's tempting to do other stuff here as well. I think it'll just take away from what's already a really lovely color scheme. And what is our best mirror to put over here? I guess we could go with a smaller dresser because it is like right near the door here, unless we want to do it in front of the window, but the window doesn't actually line up with the bed. So I'd rather have a dresser over here. Ooh, there's this one that does tie in with the green because it's got a little bit of green on it. I mean, I just like it in the wood the best. And there's also a matching chair, which makes it really easy. So we have a sitting area over here, and then this gorgeous walk-in wardrobe, which I think we could go the white marble, or you can do the darker like brownie marble. And then this bathroom is so big. I don't even know how to furnish this one. So I guess with the basins, it would be kind of nice to have a vanity on either side of the window, but then it's like, what do you put in the middle? The toilet. That's so strange. Oh, we could actually have a whole separate toilet room. Yeah, I think I'll do this toilet room just added there, and then we can do maybe a double shower over here. You know, you could have 2 shower heads, which is pretty luxurious. You could do a bath in the middle, or we do the bath just in this nook area, and then have the vanities here. Or 1 vanity here. Look at that. I mean, there's just so much room here. Or do you put the vanity here, and then we could technically take away that window. And if you're not sure what to do with the space, just put greenery over it. And then usually no one will notice there's not a window on either side unless, you know, you point it out, which now you guys know there's not a window there. And that could sit like this, and then have something over here, I suppose. I think it's looking nice now that we have some more color in here. I don't know if it's a little on the nose though, if we do purple on purple. No, it's awesome. It's beautiful. Actually, this jewelry box is perfect to put here. Yeah, I like that. And then this is what the bathroom's looking like. So we are basically done. Whoa, another big build done. And how much is this worth? Oh, that's not actually that bad. We've only gone over budget by 5,000 simoleons. So that's actually really good. I thought we were gonna go way over. So yeah, let's do the grand tour. And dang it, I really wanted to get this video out tonight, so my Sunday night, but I think it's gonna have to be my Monday, but that's okay. Anyway, so this is our beautiful house. She's gorgeous. Wait, I want to save just in case it crashes whilst we're touring it. That would be a disaster. So yeah, feel free to download this house and use whatever packs you have to furnish it, because I think it's a really great shell. And because this is a huge lot, this section of the house will actually fit on smaller lots too. So this is the other side here, our beautiful pool. And I'm really hoping our terrain doesn't get deleted every single time I load the save, because the pathways do look nice. Our greenhouse with the windows glitching. There we go. Our beautiful pond that has some live items in it when we go into live mode, some fish, some swans to really make it feel royal. Very nice. And then you come back around and we're back at the front of the house again. And then of course we have our kind of royal work homestead that would make a great gym or studio or guest house. Anyway, let's go to the main house. Ugh, love that wisteria at the front door. I absolutely love this front door. That's just from Royalty and Legacy. Going inside, wow, this is our main entrance room. A little bit of a contemporary, a bit of traditional. All together, looks gorgeous. And I cannot wait for my Sims to live in here. I think we made a good decision picking the double doors to put on the other lounge room, because that just makes more sense to me, I think, but I love those columns. That archway, phenomenal. So yeah, it's a pretty grand entrance. It really says, I have lots of money, doesn't it? Actually be insane to live in a house like this. Okay, moving in, we've got the toilet here. Beautiful, love that wallpaper. Also from this estate set, also the mirror as well, very cute. And I guess we'll wander into the casual lounge. In we go, do 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 do. This estate pack also has really nice ceiling paint, which you'll see as well in the other rooms. I've just used a plain white color for this room, but the other rooms have actual colors. So this is our rumpus room, movie room, TV room, whatever you want to call it. A bit more casual. And I also love our sitting area with the turtle. It's so cute. I'd love to sit there and play on my Steam Deck or Switch. And then there's a wait area too, but this would work really well as a playroom. Yeah, very nice. And if we step out here, outside's pretty minimal. We've just got the outdoor table. I mean, it's not really minimal, but in terms of furnishing it is, to keep the cost down. I did put one floating chair in there and a beach towel and a football, you know, so we have a few different things to do. Love this. I think that is just so pretty. You could put workout gear under there too, or a playground for the kids. We've got our sword dueling dummy for Royalty and Legacy gameplay. And then we've got our barbecue over here. Pretty simple, and I love these hydrangea pots. And I love this doorway with the angled walls and the windows are glitching. There we go. Now we can see it in all of its beauty. Just turning this way to the greenhouse for a second, just so I can show you guys this. I don't know why it had a flywire door to begin with, but the flywire could also look good here. It depends on what you're going for. But if you want the glass house, this is what it would look like. And of course, I'm going to place all of my plants in here, but there's a few decorative items. Coming back to our dining room, perhaps my favorite room in the house. Love the shape of this. I just think it looks so grand with those symmetrical diagonal walls, and this is such an unusual floor plan for me. And I love the red in the chairs with the lighter green walls. But I think the other thing that I absolutely adore in this room is that staircase. And not only that, but this peachy pinky wall. It's just the most beautiful color and texture. Wait, what even is this? Curious Concrete. Is this? Oh, so this is from Life and Death. It's like this middle color tone. That is such a nice texture. But yeah, I just think that looks so pretty with the green and then ties into the red in the chairs. So pretty, and then you can see into the entrance room too. It's just gorgeous. And then you have this whole bar area over here. I mean, this could be another bathroom. You could turn this into whatever room you want, or you can keep it open as our bar area. Pretty fancy for entertaining. And actually, I never chose stools to go here, but these stools don't look too bad. I just realized that. That's funny. Or we can actually kind of blend them into the walls too. And I also just love that lamp coming down, looks so good. And our roof color's a bluish tone as well. And then the kitchen. Oh, love this kitchen. I like the black accents too. I think the blue's really good because I guess it goes with the other rooms. And this wallpaper's amazing. It ties into the roof color perfectly. This is just such a nice kitchen. And that's the fridge, if anyone is wondering. So I think I've got everything included here that I needed to. We've got a sink, a fridge, a stovetop, and a bin, and a fire alarm. And then our Le Creuset pots up there, gorgeous range hood and shelves. And then we've got our gorgeous wallpaper here with the gingham. I really, really love this room. And then through here is our butler's bedroom, which is lovely. It's very earthy, hopefully relaxing and calm and very neutral too. And then they have their own bathroom in here, which is pretty fancy pantsy. And yes, it has a blind on it. Okay, wandering back through here, back to our staircase, our amazing staircase. My favorite wall. Let's walk up here. And also that's what it looks like from the other side. So you can see like there's not a wall there. And I also put some Christmas decorations here because I didn't know where else to put them. So when you come up the stairs, that frame would have a family portrait in it. I found these couches from the estate collection and I thought the pattern was really, really cool. And the tassels on the bottom. So yeah, love the colors down this hallway and it's pretty grand up here as well. So there is a nice balcony out here. I didn't do too much because of the cost, but there's a telescope, there's a lounge, there's some nice sconce lights. And then if you keep going down the hallway, let's start at the end here. Let's go into this room. So this room is for Princess Cordelia's daughter, the writer. She's artsy, creative, academic. Basically, she's just good at everything and A+ student. So she's got this beautiful room in the Thebe colors. This is actually one of the nicest rooms because it has a lot of natural light. Across from her bedroom is the eldest son's room, and he has a room with not as much personality. He's just very focused on fulfilling the person he's expected to be, but he doesn't really know who he is yet. So yeah, it's a nice, comfortable room. But you know, he's got some things with personality. I suppose he's got snowboard stuff, his planets and headphones and school stuff. Then down here to the left is the shared bathroom. This is a really nice bathroom. I like this a lot because it's actually got a shower and bathroom. Love. So you've got both in there and then a nice vanity space. And then the toot is just behind here. And then in this room, this is the other son's room. Bit of artwork on the walls. So yeah, there's 4 kids' rooms in this house. You could definitely easily add a 5th room, whether you use the butler's room or come up with something else, like build onto the house. Love that this matches the color of the walls. Okay, and then this bedroom, the 4th bedroom, is our big spoiled pink room. Like, whoa, wow. This rug, if you're wondering, is actually, I think, from the Alice in Wonderland themed kit. Forgotten the name of it, but it's a bit of fun. It kind of ties into the gold, kind of the green. And yeah, it's very glowy, very fun, very fashionable, and it's a big room. It'd be a good shared room actually. And then beautiful windows, and then through here is a nice pink bathroom. So we've got a shower there, which does look kind of weird, but this door's on a slight angle to make it look like you open and shut it. And then we've got the toot, vanity. Yeah, that's a pretty room. And then last of all, let's go over to the main bedroom. So we went with a surprising color scheme actually. We've gone with this ochre red color and we paired it with this green and the dark chocolate brown to tie the two together, and I actually think this works pretty well. Emerald for emerald, very simple arches in the background. We're doing more minimal with that. A more minimal vibe. We've got the dresser, lovely seating area there. That actually looks really nice. Yeah, you got the 3 big windows to look out of. Yeah, I'd say this is quite a nice room. And then of course the best part of the room is the walk-in wardrobe. Love this. I just wanted something extravagant. So yeah, we have the lovely middle console area, plenty of clothes here, and then it leads into a big ensuite bathroom where you have double shower, luxurious. We have the bathtub in the middle of the room, a vanity, and then of course in here the toilet. And yeah, oh my gosh, I almost forgot to show you. I was just editing the video so I don't have face cam on, and I almost forgot to show you the other section of the house. So this is like our royalty and legacy business house because it has the things you need to complete the noble career. So we have a little waltzing floor here so you can practice to fulfill that. Technically, I guess you could hold a ball with that. And then over here is our throne room. I tried to make it look a little bit more contemporary, I guess, but the throne is kind of hectic. But yeah, we've got that. We've also got our speaking podium here. Love these soft colors, and those autumnal leaves are so pretty. And then we've got a cheeky little bar at the back for some cheeky drinks whilst they're on the throne. And then I need to move those hedges. And then through here is a home office area with the family tree item. So yeah, these are all the gameplay items you might need. So yeah, just a very simple home office to do business. I didn't add too many items because I didn't want it to cost too much. But yeah, we've got this nice room for the family business, and I don't know why I keep saying it like that, but that's what's in here. That is it, you guys. So let me know what you think. And yes, I'll upload this to the gallery under the username Deligracy. Now remember, to find it, you'll have to check the box that says include custom content or else it won't show up. And unfortunately, I can't link it in the description because for some reason it doesn't you can't find a link for anything that uses custom content on the website. At least I couldn't figure it out when I tried to do it last. And I will call it the Vetiver Estate. So just search for Vetiver Estate because that's my family's last name, like my sim family. And yeah, hopefully you guys like it. I'll also add some lot traits before I upload it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, thanks to my amazing channel members for all of your support. If you want to see more of this build, the process, I did do a behind the scenes members video with just extra slow building at the start that I didn't want to include in the main video because it would have gone on for a very long time. But yeah, if you want to see even more building and behind the scenes stuff, becoming a channel member is a great way to support the channel and get a bonus video every week. Plus check out a library of over 100 videos already that you can just binge if you want. But yeah, most of all, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are in the world, and I can't wait to speak to you all soon. Dag dag!